All right, guys, on this episode of Rhythm and Roads podcast, I'm your host, Joshua Jacob. We have a very special guest, my friend Isabel Mutavov. She's a Las Vegas model and a dear friend of mine. So, welcome, Isabel, back on Rhythm and Roads podcast. I appreciate you.
Hey, it is so good to be here again. I really appreciate the invitation.
I was actually really excited to bring you on because I want to talk about this recent pageant you were on in Las Vegas. So, how exciting that is.
Yes, so it was actually the international pageant of the one I currently hold the title for. It's the Nuestra Belleza Nevada. I am the Mrs. representative.
Oh,
So,
that's
yeah.
awesome. Congrats. Look at you. And look how awesome you look. Look at that representing.
Thank you. Thank you.
So that's awesome. So tell me more about this, like how it went down or just you prepping for it as it was leading up to it.
So it's actually a really funny story because I wasn't supposed to be in it. This
Oh, shoot. Okay. Like
so
I
they
just
kind
appeared. I was like, here I am.
yeah, like 30 days before, they're like, hey, you want to be on it? I'm like, sure, why
Wow.
not?
30 days before.
Yes. Yeah. So, yeah, these girls were waiting 3 years to have this pageant because it's not always annual. Sometimes they like skip a couple years just depending on how it's going and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So these girls were waiting 3 years for this pageant,
Good.
and they called me 30 days before. So I had 30 days to prep.
Oh my God. When everyone else is waiting 3 years and they're like, wait, what? You just showed up in 30 days? That's right.
Yeah. So
Wow. And then so what
it,
happened once you found out the news? Like,
so it so the queen who was representing Nevada last year, she's the
mhm.
one that crowned me
Oh,
in February of this past year.
very cool.
And she was the one who was supposed to do the pageant, but she, for whatever personal reason, she declined. And so they were going to ask her runner up, but instead they were like, hey, do you want this opportunity? And of course, I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
I'll say yes, yes.
Yes, yes, exactly. So I took the opportunity and I had 30 days to prep.
Man,
And normally I'm the kind of person who's like, okay, I could do this by myself. I don't need any kind of like assistance. Like I'm good. I got this.
yeah,
Um, but honestly, that was my biggest lesson this past year was
really.
that I cannot do things by myself all the time. Like I do need help occasionally.
Like after like the last week, you're like, okay, I need help.
Yeah. Well, no, the whole month. So
Right.
um we really kind of like supported each other through this whole process, me and the other queens. We really made it a plan to prep. So we got together once or twice a week to go over like interview, going over our walking patterns and
Mhm.
things like that. And I think that was one of the biggest things that helped me really be prepared for it was that we were supporting each other
That's
and
awesome.
helping each other. And not only that, like things that I couldn't learn from them, I found other people who could help me.
Mhm.
And so did my coordinator, our Nevada State representative. She really helped us find people that could help us to really like better ourselves.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm really happy that you guys are like a team helping each other out instead of being like, well, who knows if you're gonna win? I'm not.
Yeah, yeah.
I
And
mean, at least you guys had a good spirit to say we're helping each other, and whoever wins, we're cool with it. You know what I mean?
exactly. And that was the whole vibe of the pageant. Like the girls were coming out from different states, like
Wow.
Tennessee, Utah,
Oh,
Texas, California. And really, I think it was probably one of the best pageant experiences that I've ever had
yeah, yeah.
because it was so supportive. And we came together and really got to know each other instead of having like this competitive vibe of, okay,
Right.
like you're in my home state,
Right.
like I'm better here. But
Right?
no, it
Like
was
we're
like
in Vegas, baby.
you're in
That's
Vegas,
where I live.
my town now.
Oh, that's
No, no,
funny.
no. It was the complete opposite. We tried to be as welcoming as we could. and really make sure that they felt welcome and make sure that they felt like that they're here, they're our guests, and we want to make sure it's a positive experience for everybody.
Of
And
course.
it really was. You know,
Oh,
the
yeah.
girls were so amazing. Everybody was incredible in their own way. And we really learned a lot from each other. So I think that was the most important thing.
Let's kind of go back in time just a little bit and have you share your story real quick of what inspired you to want to get into the modeling career.
Oh my goodness, that was so
Or
long
what
ago.
inspired Was that?
That was so long ago.
I know, but no one knows your story yet until,
That's
some people
true.
don't know you. So they're like, well, how did it start? But you could just a bit of
So
it. Yeah.
I guess it started with makeup. I was
Oh,
a
right.
makeup fanatic. Even as a kid, I liked going to like my cousin's birthday parties and I would do like their makeup and things like that. And then it kind of progressed. And really, I feel like it was people who the universe, God, whoever, sent to me to kind of guide me on this path. And at first, it was his name is Armando Jaramillo. He's a really good friend of mine. He's
Mhm.
also a photographer,
Nice.
and he was a coordinator for a show. And that one is like what started everything.
Did it? Oh, cool.
He messaged me on, I think it was Facebook, and we had like mutual friends. And he's like, "Hey, do you want to come help us do makeup?" And
Mhm.
I'm like, "Yeah, sure." I mean, I've never done it, but I'm like professionally,
Yeah.
but I can definitely come and help. So I went, and he's like, "Hey, we're actually short some models. Do you want to model too?" And I'm like, sure."
Like, okay. Anything else?
Never done it
Sure.
professionally, but okay.
That's cool.
So, yes, and that day, there's a designer. His name is Mauricio. Amazing designer, by the way. He's still doing it. He's incredible at it.
Good for him.
So yeah, I wore this. I think it was a pink dress with like a really pretty cape. And okay, there was like this mean girl vibe. I'm not gonna lie. This other girl wanted the dress I was wearing.
Wow.
And he goes, "Okay, yeah," because the other dresses, I guess, didn't fit her.
Mm.
But like she low key was looking at mine. She's like, "I kind of want to wear that one." I'm like, "That's cool. I'll wear something else." So I ended up wearing this like purple dress with like a bunch of flowers everywhere. And then
Oh,
my hair like super elaborate and big. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is the whole vibe." And honestly, that was a lesson to me to like just go with the flow. Like it doesn't matter what you wear or how your hair is styled or whatever. Like if you feel it, if you feel comfortable in it, you're
yeah.
gonna rock it no matter what.
Nice.
And I did. I went on stage and it was at the mall and it was so much fun. I loved it. Like the whole time I was smiling, I was happy. I was in a zone. It was amazing. It was honestly amazing.
Work it, girl.
And that yeah, that's my beginning story. That's where it all started. And then I got a message from Janelli, who is the coordinator of Nuestra Belleza, and she asked me, she's like, "Hey, have you ever thought of pageantry? Like, would you want to do it?" And this was back in like 2017.
Wow.
Um, so my baby was still little, and I still had a lot of like self-esteem issues. Honestly, I was like questioning it over and over. I'm like, should I even do it? Like, I have no experience, like proper experience doing it. I would probably fail miserably. And I did.
You didn't. You're like, oh, turned out great. And here you are.
Yeah, yeah. And it was such a great experience. And again, it was full of like women supporting each other and love and just positivity. So it like jump started um, me wanting to be in those spaces more often.
Yeah. Did you mention, sorry to ask again. Well, first I want to say thank you for sharing the journey from the start to where you're at now. So that's pretty amazing. And just want to say that's why we are going to celebrate your accomplishment next Saturday, but we'll get to there later. But yeah, so this was your first pageant that you've been in that's big like this, or you've done other ones prior to that, like that are around this kind of big?
So I only did one pageant when I was 15. It was like a quinceañera pageant, so it was also like a very Hispanic oriented pageant.
Yeah.
But I was really nervous, like really, really nervous through the whole process. And it just didn't feel like I was kind of pushed into it.
Okay.
That's why I never tried it again because it was kind of forced and I didn't feel as positive as
Mhm.
my, following experiences.
Right.
So that's why I was like also very adamant about joining. I was like, I don't know, I haven't had a good experience with this before, so maybe I shouldn't.
Any thoughts about it?
So yeah. Um, but I did learn, about the pageant system itself, like starting to. So it did help a little.
It's an all-day event, yeah.
Yeah. And then in our heels, the entire practice, our feet were like exhausted by the end of
Yeah.
this.
Jeez. Just half the
Yeah.
day you're already like, I want to sit down.
Yeah, no, seriously. We all kind of just went to the back and sat down because we were like, we're so tired. This is crazy.
And then what time did the pageant start?
It started at 4 p.m. and
Okay.
it ended at 6 p.m.
Oh,
It was very, very fast paced.
I bet.
Like literally, we spent more time practicing than the actual pageant lasted.
Is that right? Wow. Yeah, 2 hours is like that's fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we were like, oh my gosh, this is so
Sure.
fast. So we literally went on stage, we did our dance routine, and we had to run backstage to get dressed and then come back in our swimwear, do our swim portion, run back,
Oh,
put on our costume, come out again, go out, get dressed in our evening gown. So it was very like, we got to
how
get this done.
fast did you have to switch out the outfits? Like, what's the minimum time they give you? Like 3 minutes, five? No.
Well, see, it kind of depend. I had a little more time, I'll be honest,
Okay.
because I was the first one in everything. So
Oh,
not
okay.
only did they tell me 30 days before, I was also first in every single
Uh,
category. I was like, oh my gosh.
you got pre-treatment. Look at that, man.
Yeah,
You're like, man, what
we
did I do
just,
to deserve all this?
they literally just dropped me in the water. You know how they teach kids how to swim? Just throw them in the
Pretty
water,
much.
make them
Just
swim. It was like
go
that. It felt like that.
have fun with that. Enjoy.
Yeah.
God.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, pretty much. So I had a little extra time because I could go back, get dressed, and then the girls were still doing their patterns. So I still had a little bit of time to kind of get in the mind space of going next.
Yeah, because you're
Um,
first. So you're just like, yeah, I have about what, 20 minutes to chill?
it, it was like 5 or 6 minutes, maybe. Yeah. Yeah. And then I think the longest break we got was when we did the onstage question.
Oh,
Because each girl had to go and they had about like 2 minutes or so, and there was 17 of them. So
oh,
I did have a good like 20 minutes during that time
okay. Nice.
to take a break. Yeah.
After all this that you guys went through, all you ladies for, especially them waiting for 3 years, did they have anything like afterwards for you? Like an after party, anything to celebrate?
Not no,
Oh,
no. Well, the queens, the ones that won, they do a photo shoot at the end.
oh,
So it's more work for them.
it's like we're not done yet. The encore.
No, but I got to celebrate with my family, my husband and my kids. We went to go eat because I was starving. I hadn't eaten anything all day, so
Yeah.
I was so happy.
Well, I'm glad you got to be with your family and your husband and everyone else. Where'd you guys go?
We went to my favorite place. It's called Oishi Sushi.
Oh, where's that at? Down in the
It's
Strip?
on Sahara, and
Okay.
oh my gosh,
It's just,
Sahara, and I want to say Rainbow. It's like in that area.
why do you like that place so much compared to other sushi?
Well, we've been going there since my daughter was a baby, so it's
Oh, long
more of
time.
like an emotional, you know.
Okay, has a little bit of a history for you guys in the family there. That's cool.
Yeah, so we knew the previous owner. He was
Okay.
super chill, like he was so cool with us, and like he would always like remember us because we would go there all the time. And then
Yeah,
they switched like ownership,
yeah.
but like they still kept the quality of the food and everything. So we really like it there.
That's cool. Well, I'm glad you guys went there. Yeah. And so now where we're at this present moment, anything in the future coming up?
Oh yeah, I've got tons of stuff planned. So
Okay.
technically, because I wasn't supposed to be there, she's giving me the opportunity to still go to the next one they do. So next time they do the national pageant, I'm going to be there too, representing Nevada.
Oh,
Uh,
cool.
because I still have my title. Because I literally just got crowned like a year ago. And the next time we do the local pageant for Nevada is in August.
Oh, okay.
So that's when I'll be handing off my crown to the next queen.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So I still
Now,
have 8 more months.
is it a little different from like those that run the pageants for like being Miss Nevada? Like, you know what I mean? Like those other pageants? Is this very similar to that?
Yes. So our girls are actually competing for Miss Nevada in July, I believe.
Okay.
So those girls will get a chance to be in that. And then after that, they get to be in the United States one if they win that one. And
Wow.
then after that, it's Miss Universe. And,
That's how
it's,
it works. Okay.
yeah,
All right. Nice.
yeah, yeah. But I'm really excited. I love getting to watch the girls compete and helping them out through the process too, because it's hard doing it by yourself. And I think it's important because we're in it together, so it's good. It's important for me to be there to help them and support them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, remind me again, when are you having another pageant or something else coming up that you said?
Well, that's the pageant that I'm going to be giving my crown away to the next
August?
girl in August. But from here to then, I plan on doing a lot more community service,
Oh,
and because that's our biggest thing. Like we love doing community service. We love being involved in the community, and for me, especially, my platform is Moms and Miracles, where I try to inspire other women, especially mothers, to really go after their dreams.
awesome.
And uh, sorry, I'm a little emotional. It gets me a little emotional. I know a lot of moms who kind of give up on their dreams because, our kids are everything to us. And we dedicate all of our time, energy, everything to them. And I also feel like it's important to give some of that energy back to ourselves too,
Like,
because we're not only showing our kids like you have dreams, you can go after them. Nothing should stop you.
right.
And especially now that I have a daughter, I think it's really important that she sees me going after my dreams because I want her to follow hers too.
I like that answer. Great answer. Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
kudos to your husband being such a great support and having you do this as well. You know what I mean? Because that's the foundation too, is having a great support partner. So,
Exactly. Yeah, he's very supportive. Like he took the days off for like the pageant because we
that's
had the
awesome.
3 days to do stuff. So he was able to take the days off and give me that time and space to really focus on it.
Yeah, you need all the focus.
That really helped.
All of
Yeah.
them. Yeah, you really do. So that's awesome that he did that for you to take some time off.
Mm,
But
yeah.
thank you for sharing that too about what you said about, the mothers out there that, yeah, even if they have kids and they're busy, but they still have a purpose and a dream and they still have a journey on their
Exactly.
own path and they could still do something, of what they love. And I'm glad that you're the light, the beacon light for them to see that
Yeah.
if your life and your busyness at home, you're still loving what you do, and that's what it matters. So thank you for being an inspiration to those mothers.
Thank you. Thank you. That's my purpose. I want them to know that they're not alone in, having dreams and passions and all of these things that it's there for them too, if they want.
Awesome. And well, thank you for being that light and that inspiration.
Thank
And
you.
now that we're almost toward the end of the podcast, I do want to talk about next Saturday of March 1st. So yeah, at Davidoff Cigar Lounge, we're going to be celebrating just the premiere of my friend Angel Rodriguez Western Collection. So that's going to be cool because I actually did a photo shoot. I was with him as the model
I
and
saw the preview. That was amazing. I'm like,
oh,
starting
cool.
off, you're a professional. What?
Right? I was like, oh snap, is this me? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, no, fantastic, fantastic. Yeah.
you should see. Yeah, when the rest of them get launched out, I'm just like, wow, I can't wait for everyone to see it. But
Yes.
that's the thing too. I was talking to my friends. I said that I wanted to celebrate not just my friend's work and my just first getting out there as a potential model, but I'm doing it not. I'm doing it from me because I had to always time where I had to find myself in that. And I was like, you know what? It'd be cool just to model something I love. And I love Western. I love the Clint Eastwood feel, and this was definitely that kind of genre vibe. But also, I say, you know what? That's not just about me. It's about those that are living their dream, living their passion. And I thought of you, and then, I don't know a lot of people
Thank
out
you.
there, but I was like, you know what? You recently did something of a cool being part of a pageant. Well, celebrate that. Like, come over and we'll celebrate that with you. Bring your family, bring your husband and friends, and let's just have that. You know what I mean? Because there's times where you do need to be celebrated. It's not easy. It's not an easy journey, but it's
Yeah,
okay to go out every now and then and celebrate. Just celebrate that the fact that you are alive and you're living and you're doing what you love.
exactly, exactly. I love that. Yeah. And
So,
thank you so much for that. That I really appreciate it. And I think it's beautiful to share your your goals and your accomplishments and like you said, celebrate every single moment in
celebrate
life.
every moment, even the smallest things. Celebrate.
Exactly.
When are you ever going to have those moments again, right? They come and go, and you only have one life. So
Yes,
whatever you
exactly.
can do, celebrate it. So
I
yeah,
love
yeah. Oh,
it.
is it next Saturday already?
Can't wait.
Oh my God, I love to invite those that are your friends probably watching this, or anyone out there in Vegas that are, yeah, if are an artist, an author, an actor, filmmaker, entrepreneur, just come out and have fun, just celebrate and hear your story even there, and just get to know you. So that's what it's all about.
Yes. Yes, we'll celebrate each and every one.
Exactly. Well, thank you, Isabel, for coming on the podcast. Such a pleasure always hearing your story and just the strength and the courage and the confidence you have overcoming your fears, overlooking obstacles, and just doing what you love. Because as you can know, there's a lot of people that sometimes don't go through the whole thing because fear has stopped them. Doubts have stopped them, second guessing everything. And this point and where you're at is because you've overcame a lot, and that's awesome. So I want to thank you for coming on and sharing your incredible story of this pageant, which congrats on that.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me again, and for hearing my story. I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate everything that you do.
Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate that. And we look forward to August of what's to come on the next run. So that's going to be exciting.
Yes.
But I'll see you guys next Saturday for the Davidoff celebration with my friend Isabel and everyone else that's going to be there. So thank you again.
See you guys there.